Well, hello. How is everybody? Wasn't I just on here like an hour ago? John Beaudin, Rock History Music. I'm folding my hands, yes, arms rather, something. Body language, more from. Just let me think about this for a second. More from Journey. Oh, come on. Come on. Okay, I report on Journey. That's the reason. Should I be over here? No, look, I'm hiding behind the sign. Um, More from the Journey camp. So, is Greg Rolie not going to be in it? Would be a good idea. Not that long ago, a few days ago, we heard that Neil Sean had said that Greg Rolie, the original member of keyboard singer of Journey, was going to join them for the 50th anniversary tour with Toto. And I wondered about that, as I'm sure you probably did, thinking, well, wait a minute. He's in disputes right now with Jonathan Cain. Let me put this up. So what's he doing? Doing a little jabby thing? Publicly? It looked like it. And he's a keyboardist and a singer, right? And, well, nothing against Jonathan Cain's vocals, but a better singer than Jonathan Cain is. But really, Jonathan Cain is the current keyboard, sometimes guitarist in Journey. So what gives? After we heard that, I mean, most people, no matter what side you're on, you thought, okay, what's going on here? You know, this is obviously not on Jonathan's behalf, right? And now, is it Michaela? Michaela? Is that how you say her name? If I'm saying it wrong, let me know. Michaela Sean, who's Neil Sean's wife, has said that two members of Journey are not interested in this, do not want this, are not on board. Now, on Thursday, yesterday, she took to social media. Let me just give credit. This is from blabbermouth.net. I always want to give credit to where I'm getting a story, but a lot of people are reporting it. So she said she was looking forward to seeing everyone soon on tour, and noted that legendary guitarist Jeff Beck's recent passing has shown us that, along with so many of our who are in heaven now, we see very precious how precious time is. She said two members are adamant no fighting against Greg Rolie's return. Life is so precious, Neil and Greg agree. Who wants to have that feeling truly? Sad. So, again, the quote is, everyone loves you, Greg Rolie, and respects who you are and all you have done for Journey. That's true. I'm paraphrasing a little bit here. So there's been word, I've reached out to some people as far as who is the other member, like it matters, but I guess it does. And there is a lady who comes on here a lot. Her name is Davida. And she's a big supporter of our channel. And I just want to make sure that she had said something. She'd said something. She's a big Journey person. She's on. She says, whoever said that Arnel Pineda was against Greg Rolie is lying. And whoever posted videos about it saying it's confirmed. Well, here's what Arnel has said. You people are unbelievable. Whoever is spreading rumors about me regarding the Greg Rolie issue are maliciously ignorant. I'm not going to stoop down to your level. So he's basically saying it's not him. Davida, thank you. You might even come on here tonight. Just let me find my mantra. I report on Journey. That's what I do. And I feel it's our duty as a channel to get on here and talk about things. I'm not sure why Neil Sean's wife's getting involved. I know the wives are involved in each way. You know, so is Jonathan Cain's wife. But man, you know, I'm reading this and there's a part of me that... Oh, Dave Meister says, Jonathan Cain and Dean Castronovo are the two members. There you go. Well, it's not Arnel Pineda. Gator Bronson, I'm tired of the bait and switch of John Cain. He can be a political evangelist as he wants, but that's not what I'm here for. Journey used to be a stress relief. I was listening to Lights before we came on. when all else fails, I'll get to Knox, Draymond, I'll get to your comment in a second. I was listening to Lights and Lovin' Touchin' Squeezin' and Young Hearts, the Steve Perry solo song. Man, I love that song. Have you heard that? When's the last time you heard Young Hearts? The keyboard, dun, 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 the way it starts. It's one of my favorite. Put all the Journey stuff together and all the Steve Perry stuff together. And Young Hearts is in the top 5 for me. I don't know what it is. I remember when it hit me, I was living by myself trying to get over a breakup. And that song came on. Not on the radio, because radio really didn't play that song a lot. I had a CD switcher that I've never owned one, but someone lent me like a 5 CD switcher, and it came on. And I thought, what the heck is that? Because Clara, a lady I used to work with, Clara Caratanudo, she was the music director of a station I used to work at in Vancouver. I still work at the station. Clara's not there anymore. And she used to like hand me CDs, said, hey, you play these. Do you want these CDs? Or else you put them in the lunchroom. And I saw this from Steve Perry. It was actually just the single, because it was a single, and just hadn't heard it, and put it in the CD changer and put it on. I remember how I felt. So listening to the music is a great way to sort of get away from this stuff. But when I just before I came on, like I said, I listened to Young Hearts by Steve Perry, Lights by Journey, the live version. Well, they're basically singing it live, but it's the studio version of the song. Greg Rolie's in the mix. Lovin' Touchin' Squeezin', Greg Rolie's in the mix. Listening to that and thinking that's one of my favorite eras of Journey, even though I hadn't bought anything from them at that point. But that's what made me buy Journey music. That era when Greg Rolie was still in the band, I enjoyed that. Certainly a big influence with Steve Perry at that point. Knox Draymond, I have been trying to express what Gator just said, but didn't have the words. Stone in Love since 1982. Trucker Kev, the paid tourist. Of course, it's John Cain, probably his born-again wife. It's Paula White. And everything else behind all the decisions. George Price, well, if at least this time it's nobody's deceased, that's a relief. Thanks, George. George, you're the man. You're right. I didn't come on here. And we're doing the Friday Night Live in a little over an hour. We're going to get on here and talk about, I don't know what our topic is tonight. Any subjects you want to talk about tonight for Friday Night Live? Excuse me. Oh, Gator Bronson still doesn't change the fact that Jonathan Cain is the one hell of a songwriter and producer he is. He could easily change rock and roll landscape. Rock needs this guy's expertise. Well, I don't know if his expertise is as relevant as it was, but maybe. I don't know. Tim P. I was just thinking that. Not another death. Melody R. Hey, I like your picture, Melody. Hey. Ernesto Ramos. They just need a break. Take a year off and get yourself together. You should be a counselor. Dave says, Jonathan Cain and Dean Castronova are the 2 members. Thank you. David Carney, the battle continues. Well said, sir. Anthony Sondheim. I vote for Greg Rolie for the 50th anniversary tour. It's 50th anniversary tour. It is fitting that he would be in the mold, but I think he's there because Neil Sean wants to jab it at Jonathan Cain. I'm tired tonight. Sorry. Dave J. Dean was in Bad English with Jonathan and Neil. Mark Gabriel. So there's only 2 actual members in Journey. So does this mean that one is a hired gun? I'm just saying this. That's the case. Neil was just replaced. Will just replace them quickly. No, they're 50% is owned by Jonathan Cain. John Elliott, Gregg back. Yes. Ernesto, wife are not band members. Correct. Mark Gabriel. Rumor is it was Dean. Maybe stepping in. I'd heard that, but I hadn't heard it from a good source before I came on. It's not Arnel. He wouldn't do that. Yeah, it's not Arnel. Ernesto Ramos. Being in the band is like a marriage. Well, being in this band is like a bad marriage. I have a good marriage. Not every day, most days. Everyone who has a good marriage has a good marriage most days. Not every day. That's the way it goes. And she'll be on with me at 9 o'clock. She's a sweetheart. Carol Jean, 6C. I don't believe Dean would say or do anything like that either. Walter Simmons. When the wives get involved, more unintentional chaos is coming. Well said. You just said it. That's it right there. Boom. Drop your microphone. Ta-da. I have a dirty shirt. The heck? What kind of professionalism do you get on this channel? Tom Clark, the wives are botoxic. Yeah, the wives I think have had some fun there, but that's okay. I'm not against anybody doing facial stuff. If they're happy with it, that's fine. Mark Gabriel, ha ha ha, Tom. Ernesto Ramos, true, Tom. Jukebox Cowboy, my favorite Journey album is Litigation. You guys are great tonight. You guys are great. Bella Lagrussi, Journey, I wish they all should just go away. Bob Rollins. Gregg handpicked John to replace him in 1980, so not sure he would be against it, but, it's got to be. Not sure why Dean would be against it. Well, one of them has to be Jonathan Cain, and I can't, in this case, I don't blame Jonathan Cain, even though they could both coexist, but that's another paycheck, even though Greg Rolie would be, in this case, kind of like Bernie Ledden was, and Bernie told me this when I interviewed him with the Eagles, a sort of a hired gun, and that's okay. They don't mind doing that. It's fun. Freddie Diaz. Would it be something if Steve Perry call on Jonathan Cain, Steve Smith, and Ross Fowler to collaborate on some level? That would never happen, though, because I don't think Jonathan Cain and Steve Perry are in good terms. I don't believe he's in good terms with anybody in the band. I have it on good order from someone who knows Steve Perry very well. I know a lot of these freaking Journey reporters always claim they have inside information, and then you look at who they've interviewed. Have they interviewed anybody? And most of those guys, they don't. Well, where are they getting their information then? Like what? Some inside? Anybody can say inside information, but do they have connections? You know what? We're not saying this to brag, but we talk to a lot of people on this channel. We get a lot of off-the-record comments. Doing one of our interviews takes a lot of time because a lot of times there'll be inside information. So, hey, off the record, did you hear about this? Or off the record, there's a lot of that stuff. That's how you get camaraderie with people. You trade little war stories and stuff like that. The stuff I could share, I'm not going to. It's private stuff. I can't. But some of these Journey guys who report on this, they always have inside information, and most of them have never interviewed anybody in their lives. And I mean, listen, that's okay, but I don't believe a lot of those people who say they have inside information. I have inside information, though. Ooh, I do? That Steve Perry's just happy he's not there because of the drama. He ain't missing nothing. I'm paraphrasing what I heard, but duh. You don't have to be psychic or have connections to know that Steve Perry's probably thinking that, right? And I love Neil Schon. I think Neil's one of the greatest guitarists. I love his music. I love him as a band leader. I just wish he wouldn't be baited into this so much. Jonathan gave me a great interview a couple of years ago. Really cool. We didn't talk about politics. I told him I wasn't interested. And it was fun. I enjoyed my time with Jonathan. But I don't enjoy this side of them. I love their music. They're musical geniuses, these guys. Like I said, I'm just listening to Lights and Love and Touch and Squeezing, and then Steve Perry's Young Hearts Forever, the solo stuff, and I'm going, God, man, these guys are so plugged in. And this is before they became super big. Well, Young Hearts Forever was one of the last solo albums before Steve left the scene, but, the song, not the album. But it just blows my mind how incredibly unbelievable they were and still are. And I love Arnel Pineda. I love him there. I'm glad he's there. Dean, I'm glad he's the drummer. He's a great vocalist, a great asset. But someone's doing this stuff. Robert says, Greg Rolie is my all-time favorite singer. Gritty and passionate. And a good guy. Everyone says he's a good guy. Fred C. Drummer, longtime Journey fan since 1976, but enough with their drama. Well said, Fred. David J. Meister, Topic suggestion: how to change today's rock landscape. On what bands are showing promise. I would have to research that a little bit more. But thank you. That's a good topic. Very good. Justin E. Skinner has no actual members and sell out every show. I know. Justin E. says, I have a good marriage and don't work at it. Well, Shani and I have to sometimes. Fred C. Drummer. Greg Rolie is great. Loved him in Journey. Thank you. Al Broderick. Hey, Al. The band is a mess. Why don't all the wives together and have a debate? Oh, God. It is kind of embarrassing. David J. says, I enjoyed Greg Rolie in The Storm and Ross Valerie, Steve Smith, and almost every Journey singer. Bob Rowland, The Capture live album is one of the all-time favorites. Neutral 69, Neil Sean, boo. Rhonda Wilkins, I vote for Journey mud fight between the Rhonda, you rock. Justin E. No, sometimes my wife and I have spats and she'll say, you don't understand me. And I'll say, what do you mean? Yeah, there's a book called, and originally when I was going to go on YouTube, because even though I'm not a psychologist, I'm a psychologist nut bar, that I just, sociology and psychology have always been a big topic. I originally, while I was thinking about being in radio, wanted to be a psychologist or a counselor in some level. It was always something that I enjoyed. I remember reading The Divided Mind by R.D. Laing when I was very, very young and barely understanding what I was reading. I think I was in my early teens. And I wanted to originally go on and do a channel just on life, the John Beaudin channel. I have a channel called John Beaudin. I've really not done anything with it. That's what I wanted to do, just to get on and tell stories and share stories and do that. I haven't gotten around to doing that, but one of these days. So the whole, like what Rhonda just said, Rhonda Wilkins, see, it's good comments like that. I'm going, really? Because that's on a primal level. What does it look like? The wives are getting into a big mud fight. Justin E. What's what you were saying? Okay. I was triggered by what you said in a good way. There's a book called, I think it's called That's Not What I Meant. And in the book, it's talking about men and women not understanding each other. I'm paraphrasing here. Here's an example. If a man is at a four-way stop and a woman comes at the same time, if the man says, no, you go ahead, the woman most of the time will say, oh, thank you, right? If the same thing happens with two men, one man will gesture to the other man, no, you go ahead. And the other man will go, no, you go ahead. No, you go ahead. That's the difference sometimes between men and women. That's just, it turns into like a pissing contest with men a lot of the times. Don't tell me what to do. That can happen with a woman as well, of course. But that was the gist of the book. And I remember going, I have to change my rhythm a little bit to sort of get a good relationship. Anyway, Rhonda, thanks. And I just ate my supper and never brushed my teeth. That's very attractive. Bella Lagrusi. LOL, Rhonda. And hi. Melody. The Wives of Rock... Hold on, let me bring this down. I forget what mouse I'm using. The Wives of Rock and Roll. Texas Flood. Saw Journey and Gregg. No Steve in the 70s. Kick-ass. Thank you. Loggy Doggy. I think Steve should come back and Arnel move over to Queen. That's never going to happen. Queen's very happy with Adam Lambert, and he's very good there. I would never see them with Adam Lambert. I do like Adam Lambert, but it's just, to me, I need Freddie Mercury to be there, and of course, that's an impossibility. Ernesto Ramos, new show, Sister Wives of Journey. You guys are awesome. Fred C. Drummer, this is my I Follow You. Thank you. Dave J. Meister, another topic suggestion. Favorite rock supergroups. Ah, that's a good one. Thank you. Again, I'd have to do research on that one just to get my list going. How is Steve Perry doing? As far as I know, he's doing really well. The person I talked to who knows him incredibly well basically said that, and I know I can share this because I'm not telling you who it was. I know a few people who know him very well, but this particular person said that he's just happy he's not there. There was something to the fact of, aren't you glad you dodged that bullet? And he basically said, yeah, I wouldn't want to be there. It was just, so there you go. I hope he's doing okay. It's about money. I don't know how to say your username. Greg Rolie is Journey's founder. Justin E. Axel should go to Queen. No, Axel shouldn't go anywhere. Dave J. Meister. Logi Doggy. Queen already has Adam Lambert. Elizabeth Anna. Hi, Elizabeth Anna. Those big babies. They had God-given talent, and they bicker and fight all the time. Steve Perry is right to stay away. Love you, Steve Perry. Thanks, Elizabeth. I'm sure Steve Perry appreciates that. TJ China Cat. That's a username. Greg and Steve should come back, and they can be Journey. Awesome Journey. It'll never happen. Just never going to happen. Steve Perry will never come back to Journey. Trust me, it'll never happen. Dave Terrell. Is that all about money or egos? I think it's both. The Chad T.I. I like freedom. Seem to come and go quick in the public. Mike Smith. Rolie is a proponent of the music education for children. 2005, he signed on as official supporter of Little Kids Rock. Thank you. Roger Strosky. John, I love your channel, and I watched often. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Neutral 69. Arnel will get tired of Neil Sean and company, as Steve Perry didn't. Remember, my friend Davida, who comes on here very often, basically said she shared, and thank you, Davida. You're not on tonight with us. I just texted her, but she never came on. Hold on. Oops. She said, whoever said that Arnel Pineda was against Greg Rolie is lying, and whoever posted videos about it saying it's confirmed, well, here's what Arnel had to say. And she quoted him. You people are unbelievable. This is Arnel. Whoever is spreading rumors about me regarding the Greg Rolie issue are maliciously ignorant. I'm not going to stoop down to your level. Arnel Pineda, thank you. Always a classy guy. And what he has to do every single night, following in Steve Perry's footsteps, is quite unbelievable. Now remember, people sometimes forget this. He's emulating Steve Perry's stuff, obviously. Is Arnel singing it the way he would have sang it if he was old enough to have sung it back then? Obviously not. Every singer is a little different. So he's basically singing someone else's parts. It's a little harder to do that because usually someone will sing it the way that they know they can. Smart singers sing it the way they know they can also in concert. You know, they don't want to do something in the studio they can't replicate in concert. It's more relevant now and for some people, but not for other people because you get the new singers who sing to track sometimes, right? Dave Brown followed Gregg and Santana at Woodstock. Yep. Justin E. The 70s and 80s and the 60s are gone and the music stays, but losing artists one by one, it's tough. Phil Stevenson, love Journey, had separate waves ringtone for years. Oh, really? Used to drive my kids mad. Oh, that's kind of cool. Dave says, I like all adaptations of Journey from the beginning to the band today. Same here. Ernesto says, next time my wife yells at you, just say, don't be a Journey wife. Oh, I laugh because it's funny and it's true, I guess, huh? I don't know. David Smith. And I thought that rat was dysfunctional. Oh, it's just, I don't know. Why? Stop reporting things. Now, here's the thing. I'm just as bad. Here I am talking about it. But whenever I don't talk about it, when Jonathan Cain responded to Neil Sean in the beginning, I kept getting emails of going, hey, you going to report on this or not? Or I'm going to go to another channel. And I'm going, well, I guess I will. That's the reason I don't do a lot of metal. There's a lot of guys who do metal on YouTube who are really good at it. Eamon O'Neill from Eon Music's one of my good buddies. He's really good at it. Knows his stuff. And he knows it better than I do. And I'm not a big metal fan to begin with. So I'm kind of in my own lane. That's kind of what I do. Justin E. Journey is 70 to today, but really 70s and 80s crew. Alonzo says, Journey is such a great band. It's a shame. He also said, Arnel is a great singer, but we all miss Steve Perry. Rod Strosky. Ross Valerie should probably be glad he's gone already. Yeah, he's very gone. He'll never come back. Okay, I've got to get ready for my 9 o'clock show, guys. I appreciate you all being on here, but we're doing Friday Night Live tonight with Shannon at 9 o'clock our time, which is Atlantic time, which is less than an hour. So I've got to get ready for it. Oh, Dave, you're right. Rush is one of those few bands that had no serious drama. Very true. And no one spread the word that Neil Peart was sick. No one did. And they all knew. All these musicians, I talked to Andy Curran, who was the A&R guy for one of the Anthem Records labels, and he's in Coney Hatch. And anyone who knows Andy Curran knows he's one of the best guys in rock and roll. And I said, why didn't it get out? He says, because people respected. They disrespected him. Neil Peart. They knew it was important not to tell people, and it never got out. And that's why everyone was shocked when Neil Peart died. But everyone knew he was sick. Well, I didn't know, and I'm glad I didn't know. Steve Perry and Journey went their separate ways. Neutral 69. Okay, guys, I got to get ready for Friday Night Live. I'm not sure what our topic will be, but it'll be fun. Thanks for coming on. Remember, subscribe to the channel. Spread the word. Spread our videos. Look at that nice. Look at, I can. Ooh. I almost look like a superhero there. Well, look at John Beaudin, superhero. I'll call myself Journey. No, I won't. I'll be back for Friday Night Live with Shannon in less than an hour. Take care. Love you guys.